Transformers 1. It's directed by Josh Cooley and produced by Michael Bay himself. This is the animated film of the Transformers franchise, and the plot follows. It's set in the planet called Cybertron, the world of the home of the Transformers, and it depicts the origins and the early relationships of Optimus Prime and Megatron before they became rivals and enemies. Going to Transformers 1, I went in with an open mind with this movie because the marketing for the movie hasn't been really that great, and despite some curiosity with it, I was kind of like, okay, let's see what it does. I've seen all the Transformers films. I will talk about them maybe next year. I'll talk about the Transformers movies, well, with Transformers 1 and the Bumblebee movie. I did Rise of the Beast last year. If you want to know my thoughts on it, it's a voice recording one I did last year, so check it out if you want to. It's on my channel. I saw this on Saturday, just nearly a week ago. I'm pleased to say I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I think it's a lot better than the marketing and the trailers did, because it didn't really soul me. I was kind of like, okay, I'll definitely see it, but it didn't really grab my attention despite it looks fun to watch. And for what this film does, it's a lot of fun. It doesn't take itself seriously. Yes, I will say this now as a wee nitpick or maybe a general criticism. It did kind of feel like a kids movie. It started off like some of the humor and some of the silly stuff they go into this film, but for the most part I'm kind of dug in with it. It's like, okay, it's a kids movie, what's the big deal, it's not that bad. For the majority of the film, it definitely go through the emotions a little bit. When it started off like kid and fun friendly, but when the movie progressed and moved on to the second and third act, I think it became a little bit more mature. And when we get to the final act, I think that's where it peaked. I think that's where it starts to be all, okay, this is going down. This is what the Transformers needed. My thoughts on this, I think this is the Transformers film that we should always had from the beginning. Nothing against the live action ones. Even though it could have worked in live action, it could have done well. Because for what we've seen, the first Transformers and Bumblebee, they're the ones I think, yeah, if it's done well, if they have the right people behind it, then you'll probably will do well. I will mention the sequels. Well, Revenge of the Fallen and Dark Moon are horrible, but Age of Extinction The Last Night, well, we'll save for those for another time. I'll talk about them next year if I have the time for it. But I will say the animation here is very well animated. It does look really good, and the world of Cybertron looks amazing. It looks very digital. It looks very, just feels like something like the cartoons, something out of the Transformers cartoons, even if it's the old ones or even the recent ones. Like, whatever Transformers cartoons you watch as a kid or you've seen, you probably go, oh, that's the Transformers look like. Yeah, for the most part, the animation does look really good. It looks very clean. And the voice acting is really good. I really dug the voice acting here. Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime, I would say he's a very good choice here. And when you start off, you kind of go, Chris Hemsworth, really? Is he voicing Optimus Prime? No way. I always love Peter Cullen. He's always going to be Optimus Prime no matter what. But I think Chris Hemsworth does a good job playing his own character of Optimus Prime, but still keep what makes Optimus Prime such a great character and a great noble leader as he is in the Transformers franchise overall, from the cartoons, the toy lines, even some of the comics they had, and the certain characters and stories, and of course the Bayformer films or the live action Transformers movies where he wanted to be gold. But I think he does sound a little bit more like Optimus Prime when the movie progresses. He becomes more noble and more a stable leader, and you do see his character progress. He wants to prove himself as more than just a minor, and especially his best pal is BFF D16, aka Megatron, voiced by Brian T. Henry. Brian T. Henry is an excellent choice to voice Megatron. He's started off like really calm towards Optimus. They both become besties. They both are friends. You do get that good brother relationships between them. You can totally feel their friendship in this film, and I really appreciated it. And I really love how these two characters grow before you become seeing what they become near the end of the film, which, no spoiler, it is kind of predictable in certain ways, but I would say for the most part he was good. I think the most part it's not predictable the way it's going, like, oh, I know where it's going, but it's kind of like, no, I wanted to go that way because it is know where it's going. And as far as the other characters go, I would really like Bumblebee, or B, voiced by Keegan-Michael Key. He's definitely a fun part. I was worried that Keegan-Michael Key is going to be very annoying or very obnoxious as Bumblebee. But no, he's actually come across as really fun to watch. He's just a fun character to fun with. And he's definitely brought some good sense of humor. I got some good laughs and chuckles out of him. There were a couple of times I was like, okay, dude, just chill out. Fairly honest, I prefer B when he was silent with no talking. Just saying. And of course we have Scarlett Johansson's voice in one of the other Autobot characters. I couldn't recall their name, but she's a fun addition. And Scarlett Johansson, great to watch. It's kind of funny though, you have Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Tyree Henry as Phastos from the Eternals movie, and of course you've got Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson herself. And of course you've got other certain characters like Starscream, voiced by Steve Buscemi. For the most part, I think Sentinel Prime is wasted kind of a little bit. Jon Hamm did a good job voicing Sentinel Prime, and for his character, I had a feeling that something is going to happen. Well, minor spoiler. Have you seen Dark of the Moon? Well, you know. I wasn't that surprised. I thought, Sentinel Prime, can I say this now to you? You, sir, are a traitor! Yep, that's what I'm going to say it. He is a traitor. I wish Sentinel Prime could have done a little bit more development, because I do see a good where it's going. Maybe show a little bit, then we get to the bit. It does kind of show how it reveals and also how it affects Optimus and Megatron, which, especially towards Megatron, it's really hurtful, and you start to see that character progress where that goes. I'm not gonna lie, and the way they did that right at the third act, oh boy, it went dark. And as far as the action scenes go, they're really fun. They're really fun to beat. It's fun Transformers. It's just two robots or two flashes go ahead of each other, and that's what we want to see. That's what I want to see in a Transformers movie. Even though we do have it in live action, the live action stuff is cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. But I think they brought the right demographic. Kids can enjoy it, and also Transformers fans alike could enjoy it and have a lot of fun with it. It's just tons of fun and a lot of great energy to this movie. It brought so much energy, so much driven force to it, and I've always admired what these filmmakers can do for this animation style, the characters, everything. Everything that this film did so well. I can't really give you my overall thoughts on the film, but I would say I really like Transformers 1. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's definitely a good time. If you're a Transformers fan, you're going to have a blast watching this movie. I highly recommend you guys check this out. If you've got families or kids or anyone in your family to want to see this film, go see this. Go and see this movie if you can during this October week. You won't be disappointed. You'll get your money's worth. I'm going to give Transformers 1 a B+. Overall, guys, comment down below and tell me, what do you think of Transformers 1? Do you love it? Do you like it? Or do you think it's alright? Or do you hate it? Whatever the case is, comment down below and tell me what you think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, see ya.